of just everything, it comes off the fastball. So I was on time for that and saw everything pretty well.
And to get everything to come back in and click at once, you're on the IL for quite a bit now, but you come back in. How do you get your mindset kind of back into the right place?
Again, like right before I went on the IL, I just was really surrendered to the Lord, and I just wanted to keep that when I was hurt, and I just didn't want to lose that. And coming back, I didn't want to feel pressure. I didn't feel any of that, and so I just still feel free from the Lord. And so, it's just something that I never lost when I got hurt, and I'm really thankful to still have it, playing these games.
You and this team have really found their offensive footing recently. What does that say about the resiliency of this team?
It's awesome. I mean, we got a really good team. That stretch of games was definitely out of character for us, and it's fun to be a part of when we're clicking, and this is a team that I think that we really are, and so it's the spirit around here has been fun, and we got a good thing going. We got a lot of good players and got great people leading us, so it's been awesome.
Wenzel said some of the same stuff yesterday. We can feel that energy too, which just proves even more how great you guys have been doing in the dugout. But how is Paddock even adding to that energy today?
He's awesome. He's been great the couple days he's been here, and I'm glad that we don't have to face him anymore because he's pretty dang good. And so, he just showed that today, and he just fit right in with us. And so he's been awesome, and I think he'll keep this up, and I'm excited.
Thanks, Kerry. Appreciate you.
Of course. God bless.
Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Kerry. Thanks, Kara. Player interview brought to you every game by Meyer, proud partner of the Detroit Tigers. Tigers win at 7-2, their fourth straight win. They improved to 64-46 with the win. And we said it yesterday, Bobby. True today. Tigers missed Kerry Carpenter.
Sure did. Kerry Carpenter can flat out hit. And not only that, he is dangerous whether he's in the lineup or he's not, because the opposing manager has to decide what he wants to do with his pitching, because he knows at the right moment AJ is going to deploy Kerry Carpenter off the bench if he's not in it. But if he's in the lineup, he can go deep. He can change the numbers on the scoreboard very quickly at any time.
Tigers win it by the final score of 7-2, four-game win streak. They built that lead back up to 9 going into play today. Could be 10 at the end of play today. Good win for the Tigers. Good sweep of the Arizona Diamondbacks. Off day tomorrow. They'll head on to Philadelphia for 3 games before coming back home. Stay with us postgame next on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At Comerica Bank, we're creating opportunity for small businesses to make it big. Big like hearing your small business featured in a radio ad for free, or getting free sports tickets to entertain a client. Comerica Bank brings big perks like these and more to every small business customer. To learn how opportunity happens here, visit comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender. Offers available to Comerica small business customers only. Terms apply.
At Comerica Bank, we're all about helping small businesses grow with the right tools. One way we support our clients is by providing free advertising, like we do for Town Peddler Craft and Antique Mall in Livonia. With over 350 dealers, discover handcrafted, vintage, retro, and unique finds you won't see anywhere else. Learn more at townpeddler.com. Grow your small business with free advertising and more at comerica.com/prosper. Member FDIC Equal Opportunity Lender.
Man, this Ford Escape is sweet. Smooth ride, killer tech. It's like driving a game winner.
See, that's because I got it from my local Ford dealer. Deal of the season, kid.
Seriously?
Yeah.
How'd you pull that off?
Well, simple. Next time you're there, look them in the eye and say, Big Al sent you.
What do I get, the Big Al discount or something?
Better than that, you get treated like a legend.
Well then, mind if we swing by our neighborhood Michigan Ford dealer right now?
Now you're talking. Let's go!
Baseball season is here, and that means one thing. It's time to fire up the grill and knock dinner out of the park with Hatfield Pork. Hatfield marinated pork tenderloins and pork loin fillets have the home run flavor your whole family will love. Don't strike out with anything less. Load up your plate, put pork on your fork, and bring home the taste of summer with Hatfield. Visit simplyhatfield.com for recipes and to find a retailer near you. Hatfield. Better care, better pork.
Detroit Tigers postgame. From the Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers broadcast booth, here are Dan Dickerson and Bobby Scales.
Tigers sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks with a 7-2 win. Stat of the game brought to you by McLaren Health, the official healthcare system of the Detroit Tigers. We can go with a few numbers, but more than anything, Bobby, 26 runs or 24 runs in the 3 games against the Diamondbacks, and you add on the 10 runs Sunday. The Tigers' offense has come alive. We felt going into this series the Tigers would have an opportunity to do some damage against an Arizona pitching staff that's been hittable. The challenge today was Ryan Nelson, who has not been hittable, especially by lefties. I think the at-bats we saw in this game against Ryan Nelson, who hadn't been hit like this all year, maybe the best sign of all that this Tigers offense back on track.
Yeah, you beat me to it, Dan, because you're right. Ryan Nelson had been destroying left-handed hitters all year long. That fastball, cutter, slider combination into lefties had been very, very, very good for him. Colt Keith got the party started. Kerry Carpenter obviously had excellent at-bats against him. Riley Green chimed in late early. And even Wenzel Perez didn't get the hit until late, but his at-bats early were very good off of Ryan Nelson. So you're right. That was the kickstarter of the offense, and it was a good sign against a good pitcher who was tough to hit to put up all those runs.
Tigers win it by the final score of 7-2, improved to 64-46 for their 4th straight win after losing 12 of 13. Player of the game, we're going to spread this one around. Brought to you by Pennington Grass Seed, the official grass seed of the Detroit Tigers, because Chris Paddock made his Tigers debut and was very good. 6 shutout innings in his last start for the Twins against the Dodgers in L.A., and 6 innings today, 1 run on 3 hits, no walks, 5 strikeouts. What impressed you the most, Bobby?
I loved his usage, too. The fastball, he filled up the strike zone with 80% strikes with his fastball. And they weren't just, you're not talking about center cut stuff. He got to the edges like we talked about early in the game. He doesn't have tremendous stuff. He can't live in the middle of the plate. He's got to get to the edges. He did that. But also the changeup and the curveball for me, the secondary stuff, not just one, but 2 of them were working really well.
Tigers win by the final score of 7-2. Big hit of the game. Brought to you by Little Caesars. Order online for delivery or Pizza Portal pickup. And again, these are a couple of guys who could share in player of the game because Colt Keith and Kerry Carpenter against the starter Ryan Nelson, who had held lefties to a 150 batting average with no power, were a combined, these 2 lefties, Keith and Carpenter, are combined 5 for 6. Keith with a single in the 3rd inning scored on a Carpenter triple. Keith with a single in the 5th inning. First of all, broke a 1-1 tie, and then Kerry Carpenter with a 2-run home run 2 batters later. Those were our big hits of the game. Those 2 led the offense.
Yeah, they sure did. And the Kerry Carpenter homer for me, I think just opened the floodgates. It was a good battle right there. 2 strikes. It was a fastball up. He had gone up there earlier in that bat and got a swing and miss, but he brought it by a ball or 2 down, and Kerry was able to get on top of it and drive it out of the ballpark. Good swing. Good job of both those guys at the top of the order.
Good day at the ballpark. Tigers sweep the Diamondbacks with a 7-2 win. Stay with us. More postgame after this on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
At the Sam Bernstein Law Firm, we live by the golden rule. Treat everyone who calls like they're someone's friend, family, or loved one. When you call, we listen. We get started on your case. And we're Michigan's only firm to offer the no-fee guarantee. You don't pay until we win. Treating you like family, because that's how you deserve to be treated. That's the Bernstein Advantage. The Sam Bernstein Law Firm. 1-800-CALL-SAM.
The Sam Bernstein Law Firm, Michigan's first family of law.
Try the fantastic 4-in-1 pizza new from Little Caesars with 4 different topping combinations together on one fantastic pizza.
We make a point to do family dinner no matter what.
Pepperoni, Italian sausage and bacon, pepperoni and jalapeno and cheese.
Okay.
Get a fantastic 4-in-1 pizza, only $7.99 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And see Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four First Steps in theaters July 25th. This film is not yet rated. Available at participating locations for a limited time. Plus tax where applicable. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites.
America's favorite place to watch sports just got even better. It's Stadium Swim at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports fans, you can catch all the action from all your favorite sports at a viewing experience built for the ultimate sports fan. Relax in one of the 6 pools on 3 levels. Perfect views of the massive big screen, just like the front row seat at the ballpark. Located at Circa Resort and Casino in downtown Las Vegas on Fremont Street. Stadium Swim. Book your spot today at circalasvegas.com. That's circalasvegas.com.
Hey, baseball fans. Now at Verizon, they're knocking it out of the park with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on Unlimited Welcome with AutoPay plus taxes and fees. Slide into your local Detroit Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Defensive play of the game brought to you by your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers, by the built-tough F-150, only at your neighborhood Michigan Ford dealers. Visit buyfordnow.com. Good defense all over the diamond today. You had Kerry Carpenter making a nice early catch on a Suarez fly ball that, as you pointed out, maybe didn't see right off the bat, but went back, made a leaping catch right at the fence. Javi Baez made a great catch running deep into center field to haul in a drive off of Lourdes Gurriel Jr.'s bat in the 7th inning. I think my favorite play of the day, Hannafy in a bit of a jam. Now he's working with a big lead, 2 on, nobody out in the 8th inning. He gets the ground ball to Spencer Torkelson to start a 3-6-1 double play. He's on the receiving end of the nice throw from McKinstry. All started with a good throw from Spencer Torkelson.
Yeah, absolutely. Torque just doesn't get enough credit about that play right there, but he is able to deliver that baseball to the second baseman or the shortstop covering whoever it may be expertly every time. He very rarely is he off on that throw, and if you don't get that first one, you're not going to absolutely get that second one. Hannafy bolted over there, did a nice job, didn't buy a ticket after he got the ground ball, bolted over there and got in position and caught the ball from Zach McKinstry. So excellent job by those two on that play.
RBI leaderboard is brought to you by Bill Brown Ford. Visit Bill Brown Ford in Livonia today. 3 RBIs for Kerry Carpenter with a triple and a home run today. Home run was his 17th of the year. A couple of RBIs for Jake Rogers on his 3rd home run and also his 2nd in the last week. Tigers win it by the final score of 7-2. Now get ready for 3 against the Phillies in Philadelphia before coming back home. 7-2, Tigers win it. Stay with us. Game recap with Jeremy Otto coming up next on the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
Life can get busy, and finding time for doctor's appointments, well, it's tough. That's why I'm glad McLaren is making it easier. Now I can book online, do a virtual visit, or even check into the ER from my phone. Better access means better care. And with more providers and shorter wait times, they're making it work for me. McLaren, your care, our commitment. Find the care you need at McLaren.org.
We are Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. For over 70 years, Feiger Law has been your hometown team of trial lawyers for auto crashes, truck accidents, birth trauma, and injuries due to medical malpractice. Let our team of homegrown trial lawyers win big for you. Feiger Law, the official law firm of the Detroit Tigers. All we do is win.
All we do is win.
Save a good deal more with hot deals on Meyer brand must-haves, including new breakfast favorites all season long. Meyer brand syrup, pancake mix, and instant oatmeal are all just $1.79 each. Plus, students will enjoy the well-packed backpack good life with back-to-school supplies for $1 or less, including Meyer brand 24-count crayons, Meyer brand 70-sheet notebooks, and Crayola Classic Colors markers. Shopping for breakfast essentials and back-to-school supplies is a good deal better at Meyer. Exclusions apply. See all deals in the Meyer app.
Power up your summer fun in the best-selling Toyota Tacoma. Now through August 4th, get just announced 1.99 APR financing on all remaining new 24 gas-powered Tacomas. And while supplies last, you can lease a new 24 Tacoma SR5 double cab 4x4 for just $249 a month for 36 months with $39.99 due at signing. With approved credit through TFS. Tax, title, and license extra. Call 1-888-36-TOYOTA for details or go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places.
Jeremy Otto in the 1-800-CALL-SAM studios. Today's recap brought to you by the Metro Detroit Buick GMC dealers. Visit a showroom today for exceptional offers. The Tigers looking for a sweep against the Diamondbacks at Comerica Park. Chris Paddock was on the mound as he battled Ryan Nelson. Both offenses kind of had a bit of a slow start in this one. And Eugenio Suarez was back to the lineup for the first time since getting hit in the hand on Monday night. He looked fine early, driving a deep fly ball to left in the second. That sent Kerry Carpenter back, kind of made a juggling catch just shy of the wall out there. The Tigers did get the first laugh in the run column, though, in the third. Colt Keith was on first with 2 outs. Set up this.
2-2. Swinging a line drive down the right field line, base hit into the corner. Colt Keith Kimoto rounding second, heading to third. Joey Cora's windmilling that left arm, sending Keith home. Throw, no throw. It's going to go to third base. Triple for Kerry Carpenter. Tigers take a 1-0 lead in the third.
The D-backs didn't waste any time to tie things up, though. Corbin Carroll led off the fourth with a double. He advanced to third. The next batter with a ground out, and then Perdomo drove him in with an RBI single. Jake Rogers reached on an error to begin the fifth for the Tigers. That allowed him to reach second in the end. Colt Keith delivered again with an RBI single, and then it was Kerry Bonds again.
Carpenter waiting on a 2-2. On the way, swinging a fly ball, right field. Watch it fly! Gone! Kerry Carpenter. Tigers take a 4-1 lead in the fifth.
How about a debut for Chris Paddock as well? He finished off his outing with a 1-2-3 frame. That included the first 2 in the lineup, tossing 6 innings of 1-run ball, giving up 3 hits, no walks, and 5 strikeouts in this one. Ryan Nelson still in the game in the bottom half as well. He struck out Spencer Torkelson and then was lifted for Kyle Backus. He was not greeted kindly, though. Perez doubled, which set up a Zach McKinstry ground rule double. 5-1 Detroit there. They weren't done yet, though.
Fly ball, left field. This one's deep. Going back, Gurriel Jr. looking up. Gone! Jake Rogers, 2-run shot. Tigers having some fun now. They've got a 7-1 lead in the sixth.
No more runs were scored by either group until the 9th. Tommy Canley was out of the pen for Detroit, looking to close things out. 7-1 still with 2 outs. Perdomo launched his 11th homer of the year. 7-2 immediately after Suarez clubbed a double. May that be his last hit as the Diamondback, but the trade deadline looming tomorrow. But Canley after that was able to close it out. So 7-2 the final score here today. Take a look around the league after this here on the Tigers Radio Network.
Get ready for Tigers baseball with Carbliss, a premium ready-to-drink cocktail in a can. 0 carbs, 0 sugar, 0 gluten, and just 100 calories a can. Plus, less carbonation, which means less bloating and less guilt when drinking. Carbliss offers flavors for everyone, from pineapple, black cherry, or cranberry to classic cocktails like margarita and Paloma. On game day, stop at your local grocery store and pick up a pack of Carbliss for your pregame party and find it inside the stadium to enjoy during every pitch. Carbliss, handcrafted premium ready-to-drink cocktails. Less is more.
Hi, baseball fans. I'm Tom Giftos, president of National Coney Island. For 60 years, we've been a local favorite, serving Detroit-style Coney dogs, the beloved Hani sandwich, and our award-winning chili. Founded by my father, James Giftos, in 1965, we are Michigan-made, locally sourced, and family-owned. And we're honored to be a part of your family dinners, celebrations, and game day traditions. Thank you, and come celebrate 60 years with National Coney Island. Visit us at one of our locations or at nationalconeyisland.com.
Tired of saying, not this year? Well, it's time to say yes this year with our home teams, the Tigers and Wallside Windows. The boys of summer are looking good. And here's one better. Half off every Wallside window and extended financing. Wallside will make your home more attractive, more comfortable, and increase the value with a transferable 35-year warranty. It just might be the year for the Tigers. Make it the year for Wallside. Go to wallside.com.
The Ford Summer Sales Event is on now at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Check out the 2025 Ford F-150 Hybrid. AZ Plan customers who trade in their current vehicle can lease an F-150 Hybrid Super Crew 4x4 for $429 a month for 36 months, with only $429 cash due at signing. Payment includes waived security deposit, excludes title, taxes, and license fees. Not all buyers will qualify for low-mileage Ford Credit Red Carpet Lease. Payment includes $1,000 Summer Sales Event RCL cash, $2,250 Trade Assist, and $400 AXZD BFG Open Bonus Cash. Offer only valid on Package 302A. Take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by August 4th. See dealer for qualifications and details. So lease an F-150 Hybrid Super Crew 4x4 for $429 a month for 36 months during the Ford Summer Sales Event. Only at your Southeast Michigan Ford dealers.
Early detection saves lives.
Schedule your cancer screening today at carmanis.org/inspire.
Jeremy Otto back in your 1-800-CALL-SAM studios here today. Tigers winners again. They sweep the Diamondbacks. They've now won 4 in a row as we head right into the trade deadline tomorrow. We'll have the day off before starting a series against the Phillies on the road on Friday. 7-2 the final here today. 11 hits compared to the Diamondbacks 6. What a outing it was to begin Chris Paddock's Tiger career. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, no walks, and 5 strikeouts here today. Your out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Meijer, the official partner of the Detroit Tigers. A lot of games going on right now. We've got some coming up later tonight as well. This is the game that I was going to say just won't end, but it just did, between the Red Sox and the Twins. Not a great one heading into the deadline. Let's say that for Minnesota. 13-1 the final score in favor of Boston. It wasn't just one arm for Minnesota that gave up a lot of it. I mean, it wasn't a great start for Matthews. 8 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 for Jackson in the late innings. Cody Clemens also gave up 2 earned runs, including a homer and 3 hits. It was a long inning of batting practice, let's put it that way, as well in the 9th there for Boston. So they pick up win number 59 on the year as well. And an old friend is doing pretty well for the Braves. That's Joey Wentz. He's tossed 6 innings of 1 hit ball, no runs there, 2 walks, and 7 strikeouts. They're scoreless with the Kansas City Royals 0-0. That's all the way into the 7th inning as well. Astros matching up against the Nationals here today. Houston looking for their 62nd victory. Washington, one of the worst teams in baseball, checking into play here today. An early 2-run homer by Jose Altuve. That led to a 3-run second in total. 4-1 Houston, bottom 6, and kind of an interesting report that came out here today. They are interested in reuniting with Carlos Correa as well, and the Twins could deal Duran as soon as today, so we'll keep an eye on that as the trade deadline news continues to swirl around the league. Other games going on right now. Cubs and Brewers are in the middle innings in the 6th. That's in the top of the 6th inning. Cubs just scored a run to extend their lead at 6-3. Kyle Tucker currently at the plate. Pirates and Giants just underway. That's being played in San Fran today. Mets and Pirates underway shortly. They're warming up. Clay Holmes, Hugh Darvish will match up today. You look at Darvish's ERA. He's only thrown a few bouncing back from injury here, but he has a 9.18 ERA. That mostly because of his last outing where I believe he gave up 8 earned runs, but overall 0 for 3 so far in the win-loss. Phillies and White Sox, they're delayed right now. Obviously, we told you that's the next matchup for the Tigers as well, coming up on Friday. Rockies and Guardians will first pitch tonight at 6:40. Those are 2 teams that have split the series so far. 7:05, it's the Rays and the Yankees. They've split as well. Zach Littell on the mound. He's got a 3.72 ERA against Will Warren for the Yankees. He's coming off a nice 5 2/3 inning outing against those Phillies, where he gave up just 2 earned runs. 7:10, by just 5 minutes later, it's the Dodgers at the Reds. Ohtani has had a good reintroduction to pitching. 1.50 ERA, his 7th start, but he's not going more than 3 innings. We'll see how long they stretch him here today. He'll pitch against Nick Martinez. LA looking for the sweep there. They're 5-3 in their last 8 after their mighty struggles, kind of going hand in hand with the Tigers there for a while. 7:45, Marlins at the Cardinals. St. Louis still just 4.5 back the last wild card spot. Miles Mikolas on the mound for them. 9:38, it's the Rangers at the Angels. Evaldi will pitch against Soriano. And 10:05, Mariners at the A's. That's a matchup of the second best team in the West against the worst in the Athletics. Dan and Bobby will wrap it up after this here on the Tigers Radio Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Garwood, Buddha, Knight & Associates in Livonia if Auto Owners make sense for you.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford Groom.
Sam, 30 seconds on the clock. The Ford Summer Sales Event.
Great time to buy.
Correct. What do we have amazing deals on this summer?
Ford trucks and SUVs.
Is Ford America's all-time best-selling auto brand?
Let me think. Yeah, it is.
3 for 3.
What do I win?
You get to work at the Ford Summer Sales Event.
Amazing. I think I was going to do that anyway.
You betcha. Based on Automotive News Almanac historical data and industry-reported sales data from 1909 through 2024 CY.
Try the fantastic 4-in-1 pizza new from Little Caesars, with 4 different topping combinations together on one fantastic pizza.
We make a point to do family dinner no matter what.
Pepperoni, Italian sausage and bacon, pepperoni and jalapeno, and cheese.
Okay.
Get a fantastic 4-in-1 pizza, only $7.99 at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
And see Marvel Studios' Fantastic Four First Steps in theaters July 25th. This film is not yet rated. Available at participating locations for a limited time. Plus tax where applicable. Prices may vary. Prices higher in Alaska, Hawaii, and third-party online sites.
At Rocket, we believe everyone deserves their shot at the American dream. So if you're feeling locked out of home ownership, we're here to give you back the keys. We're opening doors, breaking down walls, and doing everything we can to turn renters into owners. And we're not going to stop until we help everyone home. To find out more, visit rocket.com. Rocket, own the dream.
Our next game preview is brought to you by Comerica Bank. Only one bank has been committed to Michigan since 1849. That's Comerica. Off day tomorrow on trade deadline day. We'll see what moves the Tigers make as we get ready to see the Philadelphia Phillies in Philadelphia this weekend. Phillies have had kind of an up and down year. Almost every team has had an up and down year at the top of the various divisions. Mets and Philadelphia have been going back and forth. Right now, Philadelphia half game out of first. But, Bobby, this is a good team, and the Tigers are going to see some really good pitching, starting with Ranger Suarez on Friday night.
No, absolutely. You're going to have to channel all the things they do offensively. Battle, not strike out, find a way to get traffic on the bases, run the pads. I mean, this is going to be – you want to see what a little precursor to some playoff baseball might be. This is what you're going to get in Philly.
Philadelphia Phillies 61-46 going into play today. The Tigers will see, and think how rare this is at this time of year, 3 starting pitchers, all with an ERA in the 250s. In those 3 games, Suarez, Wheeler, and Sanchez. The Tigers will throw Flaherty, Skubal, and Melton. It's going to be a fun weekend in Philadelphia. It's going to wrap things up from here at the ballpark. Our thanks to our engineers today. Jenny Hornatsky back at our studios in Southfield. The one, the only, Mr. Tim Jetski is here at the ballpark. For my partner Bobby Scales, I'm Dan Dickerson. Again, final score, Tigers sweep the Arizona Diamondbacks with a 7-2 win. Thanks for listening. Have a great evening, everyone.
Detroit Tigers baseball. Brought to you by Sam Bernstein Law, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan, Jack Demmer Ford, Corwell Health, Jack Demmer Lincoln, Fago, Mastercraft Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electrical, The D Las Vegas, Metro Detroit Buick GMC Dealers, Northville Lumber, Feiger Law, Meyer, Comerica, McLaren Health, Wallside Windows, and Little Caesars Pizza. This is the Detroit Tigers Radio Network.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast has been brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Brought to you by Michigan Hair Restoration. The Tigers finished off a sweep of the Diamondbacks today, 7-2 the final score. Kerry Carpenter was active at the plate early, drove in the game's first run in the third, thanks to a triple that plated Colt Keith. The D-backs quickly tied it up after that, but then the Tigers broke out in the fifth, including another Kerry Bonds shot. Tommy Kameley came into the ninth with a 7-1 lead. Perdomo quickly homered, but he was able to strand a couple base runners in the end to seal the 7-2 victory. According to MLB writer Mike Feinzen, things are moving in on Twins closer Johan Duran, and he could be moved today. Feinzen said the Guardians are trying to move left fielder Stephen Kwan and Shane Bieber as well. Jeff Passan said earlier that the Astros and Twins have discussed a trade to send Carlos Correa back to Houston. They're not close on a deal, however. Pirates infielder Brian Hayes has been traded to the Reds. Cincinnati is within striking distance for a last wild card spot there. Cincinnati Bengals star D lineman Trey Hendrickson reported to camp today after a disgruntled stretch pertaining to his contract, and ESPN made it official they've parted ways with Shannon Sharp. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Valenti and Rico show. I am Stoney in for Mr. Valenti. And we got Hatchet, we got Kenny. Thank you, Jeremy Otto, for the update. And Rico, how the hell are you? Short show, but you know what? They won the game again.
Yeah, you know what? I do wonder if all the angst and the, oh my goodness, look at it, we suck, 4-game winning streak, sweep the Diamondbacks, is all well with the world.
Yeah, it's incredible, really, that, you try to tell people, it's baseball, it's baseball, it's baseball. The thing that bothered me about their stretch that they were going through was it wasn't like they just couldn't hit or they just couldn't pitch or they couldn't. It was everything, and you thought everything was going down the old poop chute, which, look, and they've rebounded nicely. And I'll throw some numbers at you. First, the important number that you need to know about is 248-539-9797 for texts and phone calls. If you're coming back from Comerica Park, we'd love to hear from you. You get to see it with your own eyes, up close and personal. But here's some numbers. They've won 4 straight games. They just swept the Arizona Diamondbacks 24-5 in the series, the 3-game series. In their 4 straight wins, they've outscored their opponents, which was the 1 game against Toronto and the 3 against Arizona, 34-9. Now, in the 6 straight losses, I'm not talking about, even they had a...
Wait, which 6 straight losses?
The last 6 straight losses.
They had to.
Yes. Well, they had 1 win in between. But yes, 6 straight losses, they were outscored 40-13. And they just completely turned it around like that. So which Tigers are they? Are they the Tigers that we saw the last 3 games against a team that we know it already, is on the selling market, including one of their better players, Sanchez, who we'll get to later, or Suarez, I should say. And the other thing is we got to see guys come back and play well. Kerry Carpenter.
Yeah.
Andy Ibanez came back. He played well. How much do we take from this? And we got to give credit, making his Comerica Park debut the other Monday night was Melton, and he pitched very well, obviously. And today, Chris Paddock, 6 innings, 3 hits, 5 strikeouts, 1 run, no walks.
So I was right. They got their starting pitcher. So, yeah, that's all they needed. That's it, David. They got what they needed.
No.
So we're done.
No.
Here's what happened. What do I think this team is, Stoney? I don't think they're as good as this 4-game winning streak. I don't think they were as bad as their losing streak. What it showed me is the best way. They are very streaky. When things are going good, they're great. But when things fall apart, they just look lost. Now, what you hope is they ride this thing throughout the rest of the season and in the playoffs because, going back last year, everything was looking great. Looked like they were about to go ahead and move past the Guardians, and then it didn't.
Right.
And once what bothers me with this team is once things start going bad, I don't know, unless it just so happens to coincide with a Skubal start, but we even saw he lost one. That's really the only thing that can fix it. Because when they're in the middle of just a quagmire, they can't get out of their own way. That's the thing that bothers me.
But as most people who follow more teams than the Tigers closely, we could say that about every team. It looked like Boston was completely dead. Then they won. They went on a huge streak. Then they went on a losing streak. Every team, the Yankees went through a streak where they couldn't score runs. The Dodgers recently.
Yes, they do.
The Tigers are basically just every other team in baseball.
I guess, but I'm saying,
but the other team has bipolar stars. That's the difference.
Right. So that, okay, well, maybe this guy can come out there. Maybe it'll be Mookie Betts. Man, with this team, man, it's bipolar. When they're good, they're great. When they're bad, oh boy.
248-539-9797. Of course, you have the deadline that will end in 26 hours. 6 o'clock tomorrow. We'll know if the Tigers did anything. And you heard Jeremy in the update say that sources have told Mark Feinstein of MLB.com 4 teams are the primary suitors for Suarez, and that is the Seattle Mariners, the Chicago Cubs, the Philadelphia Phillies, and the Detroit Tigers.
Yeah, they're not making any moves. That's great to hear their name in that, but I don't think it's happening anymore.
I don't think they're making a Suarez move. I will think I would almost bet anything they get another reliever.
I don't think they're making any more moves. I think they've already made their move.
Oh.
I truly think they've made their move already.
And their move is paid off?
Well, wait. If you're going to say the move paid off, which, one game, and I don't think that's enough for them to sit there and say, oh, we don't need anything else. Their bullpen, if you're going to go based on that, okay, Canely has given up home runs in his last 2 starts again. They definitely need help in the bullpen. I don't think Scott Harris is blind. There are so many relievers out there. Will they get a Bednar, the top one? Probably not, but they're going to get somebody.
Let me ask you this.
Stoney, hold on real quick, David. I think where I'm coming from, and I don't want to speak for you, David, it's not what we want them to do. It's what they're going to do. I would love for them to go out there and really start bringing in some bodies and really start adding to this team and making that push. I think that they've made their move, and I think they're going to be happy with that move they made, especially now they can sit back and say, see, we got an extra arm. We got an extra starting pitcher. Or when the playoffs come, middle reliever, you can bring them out the pen. I still don't see the sense of urgency with this organization that you do with other organizations.
Because I think they're going to make the move because Bednar, will they give up a top 5 prospect? Probably not, okay? But there are other relievers out there who are decent enough that are better than some of the ones they already have that I think they will give up, a middle-of-the-road prospect they can get.
See, but here's the thing. It's still based on the story that came out at the end of last week that if they make a move, it's going to be not a major move. Bednar, would you be considered a major move, right?
That's why I don't
Suarez,
think to do that.
A major move. None of those are happening.
I agree there.
And I think they've made their minor move already.
No, because they didn't get a reliever. I think they're going to get one more. And I think this move, the Paddock move, was predicated on all of a sudden Reese Olson getting hurt. So I think because of that, he's going to make one other move and get another bullpen arm in there. He has to.
David, what makes you so sure about this? That's my question. Because you've been saying this definitively all day now, even pre-show, and I just wonder where your head's at.
Yeah, I just listening to things, kind of putting the tea leaves together. The puzzle pieces I think are there. I just don't think they're making a move. If they were, I feel they would have already done one.
No, I think a lot of these teams wanted to play today because there's no game. There's one game before
It's
the
like 3
deadline
games,
tomorrow.
Yeah, one game at 105 tomorrow.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the Yankees and the Rays, and people want to make sure that nobody gets hurt before they decide what to do. So I am convinced he will at least do something. Whether it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be a major move, but it will be one other bullpen arm, in my opinion. You know, as you know, if you've been listening to me over the past 30 years, I'm wrong a lot. Okay, so that happens.
It's you know what, and as I found out in this business, if you're right all the time, you're in the wrong business.
Yeah,
you should be out in Las Vegas making a lot of money.
Exactly. So,
will they make another move? I'm going to split the difference and say, yeah, I do. Maybe another minor arm. Now that it looks like Cobb is just not going to play this year.
Although, I don't know. He was healthy yesterday in his rehab start, so I'm not going to rule him out. Whether that's going to make a difference or not, I don't know. He's more of a starter anyway.
I mean, after, I guess, looking at what Evan Petzel put out there earlier today, it kind of just sounded like a guy that's realizing his limitations. So I don't expect him. So maybe at some point you get another arm for middle relief, another arm coming out the pen. Nothing major.
Yeah.
But that's why I'll split the difference with you two. Are they done? No, but it's not going to be something where we're going to hit the breaking news sounder and say, oh my God, they just got Kenny Cott. Nah, we're good.
Well, we know Kenny can't go. He can't be a starter because he can't go 9 innings. Our telephone number is 248-539-9797. We will take your phone calls, your texts, all that coming up next. It is the Valenti Enrico Show with me, Stoney, on 97.1 The Ticket. 248-539-9797. Valenti Show with Rico. Stoney here in for Mike. 248-539-9797. Before we go to the phones, David, do we have any ticket texts?
Sure do. 4 straight wins. So does that mean the Tigers stand pat? There are still issues across the board. Come on, Harris, part with some prospects. That is Tom in K-Pack. Someone else, Pete McComb, says, I'm going to call it now. The division is over. We have a very soft schedule moving forward. Hopefully, we pick somebody up at the deadline. We may even get the number 1 overall. See if we play well. Someone else says the Tigers are just like Jared Goff. When he's great, he's great. When he's off, he's off. He's horrible. Right now, we'll see what we are.
That's a good analogy. It's not a bad analogy.
I think Goff just took a stray.
Yeah, he did. He had 2 horrible games, and they won one of them.
Someone says, David, you're wrong. I say the Tigers make 2 more moves, a right-handed bat and a relief pitcher. That is from Richard. Unfortunately, I don't think they will make another move. And it's very frustrating because, like the Lions, we can go to the big dance now, and we chose to do nothing. Just insert small pieces.
Well, very much like the Lions, it's not that they chose nothing. It's the fact that they believe in what they already have. Now, everybody always wants more. Everybody always wants to add. But both of these 2 organizations, Stoney, they value who's inside the walls and the guys that are going to war with them, and they believe in those guys. And I think that's why I think Harris is content. And like it or not, people, he loves what he has on that farm, and he is looking forward to keeping maintaining a success with this team and not just going all in right now.
I understand that, but I think that's why I don't think they're going to do anything major. But I do think he's smart enough to realize that they're good enough, that they're going to get in the playoffs, and anything can happen. That they do need, especially playoff baseball, another decent reliever, above average reliever. It's not necessarily going to be Bednar. There were 2 relievers who were traded today, by the way. Tyler Rogers went from the Giants to the Mets, and his twin brother, Taylor, went from the Pirates from the Reds in the Cabrian Hayes trade. So, that's 2 other relievers that they're not huge, great guys, but, the people that maybe with somebody the Tigers might have been interested. I have no idea. 248-539-9797. I have faith that Scott Harris will do at least one more thing. Call me a moron. That's okay. Let's go to Romulus. Rico, good morning. Or good afternoon, I should say.
Absolutely. Good morning. Afternoon.
Yeah.
Back at you. Here's the thing. I'm an old guy, 68, soon to be 69. Here's the thing. Based on what I've seen, and I really, really hate to be negative, and y'all probably going to hang up on me.
No, we're here. We're here for you. Besides, I like your name.
Well, actually, it's Federico. But
Close
Rico
enough.
means rich in Spanish. Here's the thing. They need another bat. I have confidence in their bullpen and definitely their starting pitching. I just wish they wouldn't let Tara Skubal go, but just like they did with Verlander and Scherzer, I guarantee you at the end of next season, Skubal's gone. Go ahead. I'll listen.
Well, I think Skubal is gone as well, and I agree that it would be nice to get another bat. I think they're going to get another bullpen arm, not instead, but they are going to get another bullpen arm because the price for Suarez, I think, is going to be really high. Unless the more time goes on, maybe it drops a little bit. I don't know.
Look, here's the thing. In about, 25 and a half hours or so, Stoney, I'll be shocked if they go out there and do something. Will you be upset if Paddock was the only move?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If they don't add a reliever by the time we go off the air tomorrow, yeah, I'll be upset.
Okay. Bench it, Stoney. I'm almost rooting for radio for Friday.
Yeah, because it's an obvious need. If they don't get Suarez, well, I'll be a little disappointed. Yes, but it's reality. I don't think they have enough ammunition that they're willing to give up. I don't really necessarily for a rental care to give up a top 5 prospect. If they anything deeper than that, yeah, I would. And I don't know, even if it's 2 of those guys.
Yeah. No, you're right. I probably wouldn't. Not for a rental. Now, somebody with some term,
Yes, that's a different story.
I'll do that.
Yes.
But yeah, for a rental, no, probably not.
All right, let's go to Drew. You're on 97 The Ticket.
Good afternoon, guys.
Hey Drew.
In my gut, I just don't think Scott Harris is going to do it. I thought when they hired him, being a prodigy of Theo Epstein, that he would be aggressive. You look at what the Cubs did in 2016. They went out, traded for Chapman, and won the World Series. I just don't understand why he won't part with these prospects to get us over the top within this 2-year window with Skubal with the team that we have.
Well, I think the reason is, let's just talk about Clark and McGonigal. He doesn't feel, and most baseball people don't feel, it's worth giving up one of those two to get Eugenio Suarez, who's only going to be here for 2 months.
Because those two are projected to be, solid major league players.
Right.
Which I would understand if he thinks that they can re-sign Skubal, but by all reports, Skubal's going to go to free agency. So if he thought, we can sign Skubal, and maybe when they come up in 2-3 years, that's our prime window. But Skubal's going to end up in pinstripes, in my opinion. So I just don't understand it when, we have the same two eyes. Scott Harris and I, we all have two eyes. We saw the bullpen today. Canley isn't reliable.
Right.
He gave up the run today, so why not go stack your bullpen, get a bat, and let's run to the World Series?
I think the bullpen is what's going to happen. I think they are going to make a bullpen move. They are.
I hope you're right, Stoney, because if not, I will be vastly disappointed tomorrow at 6 o'clock.
Yes. All right, 248-539-9797. Thank you. Mm-hmm. There's a story on MLB.com, and it's just somebody's opinion. Trades that they'd like to see teams make. And here's one for the Tigers. Now, I might do this. The Tigers would trade their number 3 prospect, Bryce Rainier, who was their number 1 pick last year, shoulder surgery a few months ago. He's the 34th overall prospect in baseball. Outfielder Chris Rodriguez, their 8th prospect. Max Anderson, their 9th. And their 14th prospect, Jake Miller. That's a lot. You're talking about 3, 8, 9, and 14 for Mitch Keller, a right-handed starter for the Pirates, and reliever David Bednar. It's a lot, but you have Keller signed through 2028 and Bednar through next year.
Honestly, that's a no-brainer to me.
You make that trade?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one. It's not the same, but Stoney, you know what it's like when you're doing the fantasy football or baseball stuff and somebody sends you the trade proposal. Mm-hmm. I couldn't hit accept fast enough. If I'm Detroit, if that's what you want and that's what I get rid, yes.
Because they have McGonigal's going to probably play shortstop, so you don't, as good as Rayner might be, you don't need him there unless you want to keep him there to get somebody even better.
It kind of goes with what the caller Drew just said. I'm looking at the next 2 years, and then I'm looking at the team past the next 2 years.
Right.
Next 2 years, I got Skubal. After that, I don't think I have Skubal anymore, and I'm going to have to think differently. But right now, yes, because those 4 guys that you just mentioned, they're not going to be playing for the big ball club in the next 2 years.
Especially Rayner.
So
and Rodriguez, Anderson maybe.
As bad as it sounds, God bless them, I don't care. They can go, and I'll work. If they come back and torture me 5 years from now, I'll live with it, and chances are he'll be fired anyway.
If they don't win the World Series.
Right, I'm just saying, you're worried
Series.
about something 5 years from now, and you may not even be the president of the team.
That's true.
So win now, get what you can now, and then worry about it later.
248-539-9797. Tom, you're on 97.1 The Ticket.
Hi, how you guys doing?
I'm doing good, Tom. How are you?
Good. Today I was listening to the fact that Carson Anderson was just talking about Quan's more available, and now everybody wants Quan, the outfielder from Cleveland.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't mind that, but I want somebody else from Cleveland. And that would probably solve your bullpen for the playoffs.
Cade Smith.
And no. Shane Bieber is coming off Tommy John, and he is due back mid-August. He just pitched 4 innings for Double-A, I guess, a couple of nights ago.
Against Erie, and he gave up hits to McGonigal and Clark.
Well,
I know.
Big deal or whatever. I mean, we're talking about Bieber, and I think he's a free agent the following year. I'm not sure about that. You'd have to look it up. but that could be a potential fifth starter down the stretch and a big-time bullpen arm in the playoffs.
What are you willing to give up?
Well, I don't know if there was a package deal of Kwan and Bieber to start. I would give Parker Meadows up in a heartbeat.
Oh, so would I. Who wouldn't?
I know, but go, and then go from there. I wouldn't know exactly how to build that up because obviously everybody rates their prospects totally different or how they look at them. And I'm sure it would take a couple, but I would definitely kick the tires on Shane Bieber. Who wouldn't?
Maybe we'll look during the break. I want to know how many more years Kwan has under control.
I think he's got 2.
Because if he has 2 more years after this year, forgetting about even getting Bieber. Meadows for Kwan, 1 for 101,
and
is a no-brainer.
And it always seems like he just finds a way to just burn the Tigers.
Yes. Yes, exactly. You're getting a really good player, and you're extinguishing a Tiger killer. 97-1, the ticket.
Brought to you by Northville Lumber. The Tigers beat the Diamondbacks 7-2 to complete the sweep. Kerry Carpenter had an early triple and a homer. This broke the game open. Chris Paddock had a solid 6-inning, 1-run debut in a Tiger uniform. Tommy Kahnle gave up a homer in the 9th, along with 2 other hits. The Giants are trading righty submariner reliever Tyler Rogers to the Mets. He has a 1.80 ERA, and it marks a change of mindset for San Fran, who had been in buy mode a few weeks ago. His twin Taylor also got traded to the Pirates today in the Cabrian Hayes deal that sent him to Cincinnati. Former NBA star Gilbert Arenas has been arrested after he allegedly hosted high-stakes poker games in his California mansion. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. More at 5 or at 971theticket.com.
248-539-9797. Jeremy mentioned that story, Gilbert Arenas, right?
I don't know what's illegal about having a poker party at your house. Like
hosting high-stakes poker games and running other illegal gambling activities. Now, California is one of the states where it's not legal to gamble like we have here.
I get that, but how is that any different from the 4 of us and we invite Jeremy over and we're all just playing poker every Friday night?
I don't know. Somebody might be, maybe Rieger, who plays poker all the time, it might be illegal.
I guess
I don't think, because you've heard stories that the feds, the cops have raided places where they have, gambling operations, even still in Michigan and other states where there is legalized gambling. I just don't think you can do it without.
I guess I'm thinking, was it the other things that they were gambling? Because to me, poker, like if you're doing it amongst friends, it's like fantasy football with money on the line. Like, okay, it has to be more to that story.
I think I might know why he was arrested. I mean, because it sounds like he was running this thing like a casino. He had staff of chefs, valets, women. I think they probably thought that he was doing his own casino.
Now,
and that's probably where the fine line is.
And that's just it. Now, I think you can hold a private poker game, but it's when the house takes a cut. Now you're running into casino. Now that's the illegal part. But so long as it's one of those winner take all, or you know what, at the end of the night, there's no money left over. Everybody goes home with something or whatever.
I don't know.
It's okay. But
yeah, it says that it was a profit off of all of it by taking
a rake.
So it sounds like that's the
problem.
Rake.
Okay. That's when you're, even like if we did that and all of a sudden I took 5% off the top, that now I'm running illegal gambling.
What is it with these former NBA players between Gilbert Arenas and Marcus Morris? And Gilbert Arenas, he had his own podcast, which is really good. He's entertaining. He's got a great personality. And you got Marcus Morris, who was trying to make a name for himself on First Take, and he's in trouble.
Was he trying to make a name for himself, or did he need the money?
Well, what if we've gone, doesn't make a difference. He was decent on television. By the way, the Tyler Rogers that the Mets got from the Giants, the submarine reliever, I don't know other prospects, but all I'm reading is the Mets paid a heavy price for him with 2 of their high prospects and another player.
See, that's not what you want to hear if you're the Tigers.
No.
Because now that means that the price is now going up. If you were going to make the trade, you made the trade like when they did for the guy that had pitching today, price was low. But yeah, as you get closer to the deadline, that was my biggest fear, was one of the New York teams just starts saying, you know what, take anybody you want. And now your top 5, you're going to have to part with one of those. And that's why I say I don't see Scott Harris moving off of any of those 5.
Right. I don't know if it was a top 5. I have no idea. Everybody says that they paid a steep price for him. Anyway, let's go to Daniel in South Bend. You're in 97.1.
What's going on, gentlemen?
How are you?
Hear me out. I absolutely, and I do not want to sell the future at all. I do not want to. I would be, like, if we get a good little trade, that's cool, an obvious one, yeah. But I do not like even any of the top, I don't know, the top 30, like, in order, but none of the younger ones, none of, like, the 21, 22-year-olds. I know there's a lot of good ones. Brycenio, Lorenzo, Clark, McGonigal, even some of the pitchers getting a little older there, like 23, 24. But I do not want to get rid of any of them. Like, we fell down this long. We've been building it for a few years now. I think the future is unbelievably bright.
But let me ask you, Daniel, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that if they added, let's say, one more pretty good reliever and let's say Suarez, or they find some other right-handed bat for the price, we're just BSing here. Do you think that takes them very close to at least winning a World Series?
Yeah, 100%.
I think
we are now.
So it's okay. So I'm going to stop there. So you do.
Yeah.
The prospects that you mentioned are all great prospects. Don't disagree with you. Everybody in baseball, not just the Tigers, loves them. Right. But history shows how many of those top 5 are going to be significant Major League Baseball players.
Yeah, no, I 100% I agree, but that's still, and even knowing that, that's still a risk I'm willing to take.
Okay.
Because who says the guy that we get puts us in? I still don't believe, like, even anybody that's feasible that we could get is we might go to the AL as is, we're still not going to beat the Dodgers or the Phillies or the Mets. Like, we're not the best team in October in a 7-game series. There's absolutely no way that we are the best team in baseball. Sports, things can happen, but I would not wager even 25% of our future on that. I think the future is so unbelievably bright. I really do, and I don't see there's any
where
Aaron Judge or
but
that's never going to happen.
But after next year, where's your ace pitcher coming from? Because he won't be here, Scooble.
Yeah, I mean, okay, that sucks if he's gone. I still think we have a great school. Starts every 5 games. We can right now we got 18 games above 500. Take every 5th game. However you want to break that down. We're gonna be 12 games above 500 if we don't have football right now.
You follow
you know what I mean?
That's good that you follow it and you believe in the prospects. That's good. I hope you're right. I hope these guys become great. But I'm looking at the here and now, and they still need tweaking. I don't think it's major. Suarez would be major. I just don't think they're going to get him. They need another reliever, and I think they're going to get another reliever. That's just what I think, anyway. 248-539-9797.
We care what you think.
What?
We care what you think.
I know. They're not. Look, he is right. We know that there's no guarantee you're going to win or make the World Series, either as is or if you even go for it. I do think in a weird way, a lot of us, and I'm included to a certain extent, if they get to the World Series without it, okay, then you're not going to sit there and blame Scott Harris. However, if they don't make any moves and lose in the first round or whatever, and you will blame Scott Harris. So I think I trust him enough that his eyesight is better than mine. Now mine's pretty good thanks to Dr. Yaldo. But if he sees what goes on with this bullpen, he's going to make another move. He has to.
Does he?
Yes.
Or is that what you want? Is that what little Stoney is sitting there screaming on the inside?
I just have faith that somebody in that position knows there is a void, and a void that can be, I wouldn't say fixed, but he could help out.
Unless he feels that, you know what, hey, I got Melton, I got this, I got enough, I can manipulate these guys, I can move them around, I can see what happens.
That was actually going to be because I'm thinking, I know it's not back end of the bullpen, but Paddock and Melton could be used in that bullpen in the playoffs.
Because you're going to go a 3-man rotation.
Their answer?
Yes, David, you're going to go a 3-man rotation probably when you get to the playoffs. So now those guys are your arms that you're adding to the bullpen. So whether it's a middle relief or coming in spot duty, you're trying to get them some time so that they can get used to this, especially Melton. We'll see what happens.
All right, 248-539-9797 is the telephone number. David, help me. We breaking now?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sometimes I lose control of my own clock. 97 won the ticket. Tigers win their 4th in a row. They sweep the Diamondbacks in the 3-game series, outscoring them at 24-5. They are off tomorrow, and they resume their play Friday night in Philadelphia, where they're going to go up against Suarez, Wheeler, and Sanchez. The highest whip of those three is 1.17. And Tigers will be pitching Flaherty, Skubal, and Melton. All right, we'll get back to the Tigers' Riley Green superstitions. But first, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for football today.
College. I'm sorry, what?
Oh, okay.
So,
wow.
So that means
been hard at work during the show here.
Yeah. So that means we got to get rid of the old drop, huh?
You did mean hard, huh?
Okay.
Let's get to it, guys. College football. I want to go back a ways here.
Oh, good.
We're going. Oh, good. So, which college coaches have the most first-round NFL draft picks all time?
Wow.
All time. There are no current coaches on this list.
So no Kirby Smart?
No. Wow. Not yet, at least. So let's go through it, guys. We got 10 guys here.
All right, guess. I'm going to go with the obvious, Nick Saban.
Nick Saban, that was a very, very obvious guess, and he is at number 1 with 52 first-round draft picks.
There was a time...
And it started at Michigan State.
Yes. There was a time when Notre Dame had tons of number 1 draft picks. So I'm going to say that Lou Holtz somehow fits in that top 10.
Lou Holtz is number 8.
Okay,
good
with
job.
21 first-round draft picks in his career.
Okay.
I'm going to go with the gum-chewing coach who is now out in the desert. Give me Pete Carroll.
Surprisingly, Pete Carroll is not on this list.
Okay, that's one strike
I thought
for
for
me.
sure he would.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to go to another one who's had a ton of them. Not recently because he's not alive anymore. But I'm going back to the late but great Joe Paterno.
Joe Paterno is number 2 on this list with 33.
When you coach a lot of years.
You got Franco Harris
Yes.
there.
Lydell
Courtney
Mitchell.
Brown. There's
Yes.
it's a long,
Yes.
huge range. So, yes.
Todd Blackledge.
Yes.
And this is just number 1.
First round.
First round selections, yes.
Jimmy Johnson?
Jimmy Johnson is not on this
Okay.
list, but there is a coach from the Hurricanes on here.
Wow. Would that
Snellenberger?
Well, Schnellenberger also coached where? Louisville's, so I don't know. Maybe. But I
don't think you're going to get it. It is Larry Coker.
Oh, wow.
Yes, the Ray Lewis. Okay.
Yep. He is tied for 9th. He has 20. So, yes, you had the Ed Reed, Devin Hester, Andre Johnson. You know, that range. Yes, a lot of first-round picks in that time.
Okay. Sticking with the state of Florida, since he coached a long time, and it worked for me as far as the Lou Holtz prediction and the Joe Paterno one, you got to go with one Bobby Bowden, don't you?
Bobby Bowden was number 3. He has 3 on this list with 32. Deion Sanders, Derek Brooks, Walter Jones, Warwick Dunn.
So we have what, 1, 2, 3, and 8? Is that what we have?
You have 1, 2, 3, 8.
I got 1. That was it. You got the rest.
Just to give you a hint, because
hold on.
You mentioned USC earlier. There is a USC coach on here.
I knew that would be.
There's a USC.
Another hint for you was we mentioned it in a blitz earlier this week regarding who wore it best. They chose Keyshawn Johnson.
Right.
So he was a first-round selection. So if you remember who his coach was.
Yeah. And he actually, if I'm not mistaken, he coached there twice.
He did.
That's Chuck.
John Robinson.
Oh, John Robinson.
John
Yes,
Robinson.
Yes.
He coached there twice because his very first number 1 overall selection was Ricky Bell in 1977.
Running back.
And then he later on came
went to the
back,
Bucks.
coached
Yes.
Keyshawn Johnson, 1996,
All right.
first overall.
We have to go to the pit down south in southern Ohio. Woody Hayes.
You are killing it here. Woody Hayes is number 4 with 27 first-round selections.
David,
so Stoney yourself, you've gotten 1, 2, 3.
Right, he's gotten them all.
4.
No, Rico
8.
got the first.
I got one. I got the easiest one.
Yeah. You did get number 1. Yes, I'm sorry.
No, I'm sitting here thinking, well, I'm trying to think. I guess, was Tressel there long enough to get enough first rounders?
Maybe.
You're in the right range. Wrong coach.
Oh, yeah. No.
Cooper? Earl Bruce?
No. Why am I drawing a blank on his name? Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer.
Yes.
Yes. With 23 first-round selections from his years with the Gators. He had Reggie Nelson, Percy Harvin, Joe Hayden, Pouncey twins. Then you have Ohio State, Nick Bosa, Ezekiel Elliott, Taylor Decker, Denzel Ward, Chase Young, Joe Burrow. There's a lot. Now, they credit him Joe Burrow, but Joe Burrow technically was LSU as a first-round selection.
It's true. So you can take that one away. But still, I got another one.
All right.
I'll give you one more, and then I'll reveal the rest.
There's a school that's had lots of them. I don't know if he coached there long enough because Fairbanks was there before, but I'll just, what the hell? Barry Switzer?
Barry Switzer is not on this list. Let me reveal the rest of the list to you.
Okay.
Tom Osborne.
Oh, Nebraska, yes.
Tied at 9 with 20.
Yes.
Along with John Cooper.
Also at Ohio State.
Also has 20.
And Arizona State. I'm sure he might have had 1 or 2 first-round picks out of there.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think so. You got Larry Coker, Lou Holtz, John Robinson. The one you were missing?
Give me the school. Or was that just too obvious?
He's coached at 2 programs. I'll give you that. He coached in the Big 12, and he coached in the ACC.
Mac Brown.
Good way to go.
Tied for 6 with 22. Ricky Williams, Leonard Davis, Casey Hampton, Roy Williams. I mean, there's a lot here. Drake May was also one for him at North Carolina.
So it was Sam Howell, too, then, right? Or Sam Howell wasn't the first round. He was second round. Right?
Correct. Yeah. You have Earl Thomas. I mean, there's a lot here.
Yes.
So
all right.
Have a little fun with coaches, sending players to the first round. That's just first round.
Yes.
I'm sure there's a list out there somewhere with overall sending them to the NFL, but that's pretty good.
That's really, really good.
That's really, really good there. That is your college football blitz.
Brought to you by Founders Brewing. The Tigers beat the Diamondbacks 7-2 at Comerica Park, extending their winning streak to 4 games. Chris Paddock, who was traded to Detroit on Monday, threw 6 innings of 1-run ball, no walks, and 5 strikeouts. Kerry Carpenter was 2 for 3 with a triple and a homer. Keith was 3 for 3 with a pair of runs. Jake Rogers also hit a homer to pull away in the 6th, where Detroit scored 3 runs, marking back-to-back innings where they did that. The Yankees have traded for outfielder Austin Slater from the White Sox. He had 2 months taken away from his season early due to injury, but has played 51 games since, hitting .236 with 5 bombs. The Giants have gone into selling mode, sending reliever Tyler Rogers to the Mets. Pirates third baseman Ke'Bryan Hayes also headed to the Reds. Braves star Ronald Acuna Jr. has a strained calf. He could be back within 2 to 3 weeks, according to Braves MLB.com beat writer Mark Bowman. Bengals defensive lineman Trey Hendrickson returned to practice after a long holdout. The deal isn't done, but the two sides are close. Detroit Mercy also released their basketball schedule for the 25-26 season. It includes a date with Michigan State on November 21st. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. For more, go to 97.1 The Ticket or Odyssey.com.
Boy, you make one mistake in a read. Leave one word out.
Welcome to my world. Make a mistake, and everybody just talks about it for years and decades and things like that. The telephone number is 248-539-9797. We're talking Tigers, trade deadline. Thank you very much. The trading deadline is now 25 hours away, and we will see what happens. I believe they're definitely going to get another reliever, whether it's going to be a top-of-the-line reliever like Bednar. I don't think, but they're going to get another guy who will be very useful without having to go too far in their prospect pool. The fact that the Giants basically are saying, all right, we're done. We got rid of our best or second best reliever, who basically is a rental, and the Mets paid a lot for him. I think their top prospect they gave up was their 10th, their 15th, and some other player. But the fact that the Mets took care of, maybe if that's the only reliever they get, that takes another team out of the equation. Who knows? We'll see what's going on, because I think there's tons of relievers available. There's not tons of bats. That's why the Suarez price is steeper than most would think for a rental. And coming up in a momentarily, we're going to talk about what could be the latest craze going around this city if the Tigers keep winning games. Noah, you're on 97 on The Ticket.
What's going on, guys? How are you?
Good.
Good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I mean, I've been, this is kind of the window that I think we really need to just kind of go all in, as a Tigers fan, and I've been, watching around and went through some tough years, as we all have. This is the year that we kind of have to kind of look at the big picture here. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I don't think Scoob is going to be coming back. You've mentioned it, and I've been, holding off on saying it. But when you kind of look at it from a business side of things, the dominance that we see from him is only going to last, with him being 30, maybe 2-3 more years max. So you got to capitalize on what you got right now. So I wouldn't mind if they would be a little bit more aggressive and be willing to dig deep. I wouldn't like to see guys like Max Clark or McConnell go, but number 3 or Larazino, I can't remember.
Laranza. I'm okay with him leaving.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that might be a leverage point for other teams, is they might be like, well, that guy's chump change for us. But, I think we could leverage him, and I'd love to see a guy like Bednar. I know he's a premier reliever, but, I think that's kind of the spark we need. I think offensively you could contribute a little bit more, but I think we're just really well-rounded, and we have guys like, I think getting Kerry back is huge because that takes a lot of pressure off guys like Riley, who I think have been kind of feeling the pressures of maybe feeling like they need to do more than they have. But, those are just kind of my thoughts. I really think this is the time to go in. This is the window, and if that means kind of sacrificing the future per se, I mean, like you said, like the chances that those guys come up and be impact players, historically speaking, hasn't really worked out. So I think there's guys that you need to keep, but at the same time, shouldn't be afraid to do it right now.
Yep, they shouldn't be afraid, no doubt about it. All right, I'm going to give you a name based on a tweet from John Paul Morosi.
Okay.
He says right now, a certain pitcher is available on the trade market. He's on an expiring contract. Out of respect to him, a future Hall of Famer, the Giants are open to working out a deal if it makes sense for him and the organization. Of course, I'm talking about Justin Verlander. Now, forget the sentiment card, because I don't think Scott Harris has any sentiment towards Justin Verlander. A.J. Hinch might, because he managed him in Houston. So forget the sentiment. Oh, it'd be great if he had. Let's look at it. He's had a horrible year. However, in his last 10 innings, he has given up. I'm looking here. Hold on a second. I got
one earned run.
One earned
in 10
run.
innings.
Last 10 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts, 6 walks, which isn't very good. But look, the season is his ERA is 4.53. So he's not had a good season. His whip is 1.49. I contend, okay?
Let me ask you this before you give me. If his last name wasn't Verlander, would you want him here?
If he was, if it's a long-time future Hall of Famer who's pick another name, yeah. I'm not saying I definitely want him. I said it's something they could consider. If the
so
price,
all of a sudden, like the Orioles say, hey, you could have Charlie Morton. There you go. You taking him?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay.
For whatever they, you're not going to give up a big prospect for him. That's for damn sure.
Okay, I'm just saying. I just didn't know if it was because it was Verlander.
No, here's the thing with Verlander. I could be wrong. I do believe that you're looking at it. Well, no, they don't need him to start. I think Verlander is good enough right now, even at age 41, where he's that guy who can give you an inning every other game. You know what I mean? He could just put him in the pen. A little different than Smoltz was when he got shifted to the pen for a little bit, but that's
but he became a lights out closer. Where
right, Verlander could. I don't know, for one inning. I'm not asking him to pitch more than an inning. It's just something to consider. I'm not going crazy about it. Think, oh wow, Justin Verlander's available.
Tony, it's why we're here.
Yes.
We're just talking this through.
Exactly.
My thing is, I just wonder if it's Verlander.
Yeah.
If it was Joe Smith, he hasn't been pitching well. We're taking his last 10 innings. That's
right.
like
yes,
exactly. That's like saying, well, look at Melton in his last 10 innings and what he's done.
Right, I know.
He doesn't have the body. Okay, before we get to ticket text, he doesn't have the body of work of Verlander.
Right.
What I am saying is Verlander is clearly on the downside of his career.
Yes.
So, yes, if you're parting ways with your 13th or 14th best prospect, and that's all it cost you.
Right.
Sure.
Yes.
Why not?
Right. Now, you're not going to go crazy for this.
David, it'll sell tickets, his comeback, the ballpark. I mean, imagine his first game back as a starter. David, why are you laughing at me?
Because right before you brought this up, I looked at Kenny, saw the news, looked at Kenny, and I said, this is all Detroit needs. This. We love nostalgia. Bring a guy back.
That's why I said it has nothing to do with who he was.
This should never be done. I get it. It wouldn't cost a lot. I understand it. He sucks. He can't help this team.
He sucks as a starter.
He can't help this team in the bullpen. I would never do this, dude.
Okay.
I would never do this. Everyone's going to want it because it's Verlander. Please don't do this.
Well, Scott Harris has no allegiance to him, so that's why. Well, it won't happen because
this is typical Detroit. Everyone's going to call now and text.
I
want Verlander back.
Hold on. David, it won't happen because you think Scott Harris is going to do nothing, so you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, you're right. Thank you.
Okay? You don't have to worry about it. Go to sleep tonight. Worry. Nothing's going to happen, so you don't have to worry about Justin Verlander. Let's go to MJ. You're 97 on the ticket.
All right, well, I'm just hoping that Eugenio Suarez is still in the city. But what I also wanted to say was I'm pretty sure that everybody's going to start growing mustaches out here.
Well,
because we're going to need to start petting those to get the boys back.
That's more Detroit than Verlander coming back.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know about petting. Yeah, okay.
So when you're obviously not saying literally don't let Sanchez leave town, right? Or Suarez, excuse me.
No, I'm saying literally.
Well, it's not that he's a free agent. It's not like when a free agent comes to visit and you meet with him and you just have to, you don't let him get on that next plane or leave your office because you basically say, I'll keep going till you sign the contract. This is a trade. They can't do that.
I mean, I thought they were trying to break his hand so that he'd be in the hospital for the rest of the week.
Yeah, well, we talked about that the other day.
I don't think that happened.
No. Look, who knows? Maybe other teams don't want to pay the price as well. Look, here's the other thing, and don't take this the wrong way, but if you have Suarez and you already have Riley Green, and we'll get to his mustache in a second, you have two of the leading guys. Riley Green obviously leads the American League. Suarez is like 10th in the National League right now at strikeouts. So you're going to have guys who just strike out a lot.
Feast or famine.
Yes. So you have to keep that in mind as well. All right. You brought up the superstition that's going around town. What everybody needs to do, according to some Tiger fans, and we'll tell you that coming up next. 97 won the ticket.
History had the gold rush, then came the oil boom, the tech boom, but right now it's the Wi-Fi boom. And with Xfinity Wi-Fi, it's booming. With a 99.99 network reliability, the power to connect hundreds of devices and low lag for a smooth connection, Xfinity is fueling the Wi-Fi boom. And now you can get booming faster, reliable Wi-Fi with an all-in-one plan and get Wi-Fi equipment included and unlimited data included as well. All for one price for 5 years with the 5-year price guarantee from Xfinity. Visit Xfinity.com. Call 1-800-XFINITY or guys, just simply walk into an Xfinity store today for more details. Visit Xfinity.com to learn more. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. New residential customers only. Select plans only. Xfinity Gateway with Xfinity Complete. With X5 Complete required for unlimited data except in certain areas. Actual speeds vary.
248-539-9797. It's the Valenti and Rico Show. I'm Stoney, in for Mike. And we are approximately 25 hours and 43 minutes. Is that, I got that right? Or 24 hours. No, 24 hours and 43 minutes.
There we go.
To the trading deadline. And that's all what a lot of people. Oh, God, I just choked on something.
We're losing him. He's going down. Stoney, are you there? Okay.
We can say whatever we want right now.
We really can. Okay, so I think where Stoney was going with this. Are you back?
I'm back.
Okay.
Yes. A piece of licorice that followed me into the studio and didn't get all the way down. All right, we'll leave it at that. Oh, no. Now, you're really trying for me to say something that you don't want me to say. All right. Riley
Looks
Green.
like you need some superstition now, huh?
Yes, exactly. Riley Green has a mustache, and it has brought good luck to this team. And basically what they do right now is they touch the mustache. Now, I believe David Rieger got us some sound because I heard playing it this morning. Riley Green talking about it. And, Rico, how superstitious are you as a person?
Not very superstitious.
Have you ever done something like you're watching a Spartan game and they're doing really well?
Yes.
And you do not want to get up from the same chair that you're watching, or you want to do something, make sure to keep the karma going?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny because in the 2021 game, the Kenneth Walker game, I went down near the end of the game. State was losing. I saw a buddy. I was down in the stands. I was walking back up, and some guy kind of just stopped me, and we started talking. And then State started winning. They wouldn't let me leave the section. They were like, no, you can't go. Ever since you've been here, they started winning. So, yes. Or, one of those, if you're like in a spot on the couch and all of a sudden there's a rally, you don't want to get up. You don't want to do anything. You just kind of want to stay there. I'll do that.
Right. So before we hear from Riley Green, I just want to open up the phone lines at 248-539-9797. We'll ask you two questions. Number one, what is your sports superstition, if you have one? And number two, actually it's 2 and 2A. Would you go and grow a mustache if the Tigers keep winning? And would you kiss another man's mustache? Because, or not kiss, touch another man's mustache. I'm getting the Christian Wilkins and the Raiders thing mixed up with Riley Green. Would you touch another man's mustache like the Tigers have been doing with Riley Green? And what is your sports superstition?
So let me tell you, let me just play Riley Green.
By kissing
here.
Another man's mustache, that's just called a kiss.
Yeah.
They can finish in last place if that's what I got to do.
Yeah. Well, Riley
this
Green
must not have been the video I saw this morning. I must have missed that one.
Right. Riley Green talked after yesterday's game about the mustache and the players touching it. And here's another one.
Was he pulling a Rick James, Kenny? I didn't sleep on your couch. Yeah, I slept on your couch. They can afford a new couch.
I didn't stomp on his couch. Yeah, I stomped on his couch.
Nah, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I like that they do it. Nah, it's a bad look, really. I don't like it when they do it. No way. If I was on the Tigers, they're like, no, go ahead and touch his mustache. You can go ahead and trade me. I'm, you know what? I volunteer. Oh, by the way, according to Evan Petzel from the Freep,
yeah,
Suarez has left the building.
Yes.
So he's headed down to 9-4.
He's headed down to 9-4.
P. Diddy.
Hopefully he'll be a little bit better than P. Diddy.
248-539-9797. David, do you have any superstitions about like your Steelers or any other favorite teams?
Like a favorite hat, something that you always have to wear?
No,
or whatever you've worn for the last 10 years, wear something new.
I don't currently have one, but I will tell you when I did. And it was Verlander. Remember, since we're talking Verlander earlier, remember the Game 5 he had in Oakland?
Yes.
Where he went into the 7th inning with a no-hitter.
Mm-hmm.
While I was here working that game, I was actually the engineer for that game in that room over there around the corner here. And we're supposed to switch with one Chuck Keller, who used to work here, was the engineer for the games. There was a Red Wings game on that same day. So he was running the Red Wing game. I was running the Tiger game. And a no-hitter was happening. He was supposed to join and take over for me after the Wings game. The Wings game had ended. We were still in the 5th inning for Verlander's no-hitter. And I simply texted him, I'm not moving. You're not coming to replace me. I am staying in this seat, and I am going to run this game today.
You know what, David, it's funny that you said that because I don't know which no-hitter it was, but it was at Comerica Park. And I was with one of my college roommates, not Doug. And we were at I think it was the Detroit Beer Company. I don't even know if it's still there. And I happened to, we had tickets to the game. But he was like, he was messing around. And I saw, he's throwing a no-hitter. This man is the most superstitious man that I've known in my life. So I'm trying to get him out of the building before he realized it. And then somebody brought it up. And we had to stay there. And I was like, come on, it's right there. Because if we leave, it's going to give up a hit. I couldn't go. I'm like, okay, I'll meet you. No, you have to stay here as well. So yeah, we had tickets. He threw it and we watched it from the television.
Yeah. So for 2 innings, Chuck Keller sat in an empty room. No Wings game was over. He just sat in the room. I'm like, don't get up. I'm staying here. So that's crazy. We're right across the street from Comerica. You don't move.
A By another reliever has just been moved. Not a big name at all. Caleb Ferguson has gone from the Pittsburgh Pirates to the Seattle Mariners, exchanged for a single-A player. This dude, Caleb Ferguson, in 45 games, 3.74 ERA with a whip of 1.085. So he's decent. Nothing spectacular. That's the type of guy I figure the Tigers will get tomorrow or before the trading deadline ends.
A little over 24 hours.
My only sports superstition is sometimes when the Wings were in the playoffs, remember when that used to occur? When I'd watch the games on television, if they were, and I'd start the game on, if there was 2 feeds, whether it was Hockey Night in Canada or U.S. National, or whether it was, Kenny and Mick or whoever, okay? Whatever one I started with, I'd stay with that until the other team would score a goal, and then I'd switch back and forth. That would be my superstition.
Okay. No, I mean, we all have little things like back in the day when, when steak was good, I would have a certain hat, I would wear it. And when the season was over, the national title hat, the year they won it, and I had a hat and a jacket, I retired it. I said, I can never wear this again. It's sitting in my closet. I've never worn it since. I said, you know what? That was the lucky jacket and the hat in Indy. I was like, I'm done.
On the unlucky side, when the Steelers lost to the Browns in the playoffs, the couch that was in my house.
You burned it?
It's gone. I had to get rid of it after that game. Bye-bye. We're getting a new couch. Can't do it.
Let's go to Tyler in Detroit. What's up, Tyler?
Hey, how you guys doing today?
Good.
Good. My sports superstition, I actually got 2 of them. One of them is that I have a pair of Honolulu blue boxer briefs that are worn for every Lions game. I know it's very weird, but those things are never worn except for Lions game days, and they are washed and clean and ready every time there's a Lions game coming up. And if I don't wear them, they typically end up losing. So that is my one superstition.
So let me ask you this: you don't have what I would do if I was that superstitious when it came to underwear is I'd have a pair, and as soon as if they lost, I'd throw it away, and you wear another pair of the same underwear, different that style until they win.
See, funny enough is that I don't, like, every time I've worn those blue shorts, they haven't lost. So I've had no reason to give up on them just yet.
Oh,
so you didn't wear them for the playoff game, then is what you're saying.
You are absolutely correct. And
so it's your fault.
It is my fault. Well, here's part 2 to my superstition, that I also blame my wife for this too, because she makes a phenomenal bean dip, and she has made them 4 times for Lions games. Those 4 games were the San Francisco NFC Championship game, the game against Tampa last year, and the game against Buffalo last year, and then the Washington playoff game.
Well, now I understand why you want to get rid of that underwear, the bean dip.
Yeah, well, that's funny. No, the bean dip is no longer allowed in our house on game days. It is banned.
So Tyler, what happens if one day she forgot and she just made it? Is it you just throwing it out?
Oh, throwing it out, absolutely. Yeah, no, not even risking it.
Wait, the bean dip, not the wife, correct?
Yes,
Okay.
the bean dip, yes.
But just get
No, the wife is
just get a few more pairs of Lions underwear. So when you can, if they lose, you just throw them out. That way you don't have to worry about it.
So wait. So you didn't wear them for the Commanders game. Now, did you have these lucky pair for the Niners game?
No, I didn't own them at that point.
Okay,
yet. So
okay.
I only had them for the entirety of last season. And,
so you wore them 15 times. Gotcha.
Yeah. Yep. But I wore them only for those games. So it wasn't like I was wearing them days on end from week to week.
Right.
To week.
I understand that. So your underwear basically has never seen the Lions lose, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
a
pretty
weird way to put
impressive.
it. We're going to the home opener this year, and I have them already ready. They're sitting there in like an air sealed container. I'm speaking, sarcastically, but
Okay, no.
things are like
And
the
Tyler,
holy grail for me.
Tyler, we're up against it, but I do have a question. If the Lions win, will you get them framed?
There's a good possibility. It's a good possibility. I don't want to wear them to where there's holes in them and all this.
I mean, if they win the
stuff, and I
Super
keep
Bowl,
wearing them.
you have to frame them at that point.
It would be the first time, though. Who knows if those underwear is good for Ben Johnson, because the home opener they play the Bears. So you have
don't jinx the man.
Thanks for the
I mean,
call.
if it's a Super Bowl win,
Yeah.
then they will absolutely be framed.
They should
All
be
right.
framed if they win the Super Bowl. 97 won the ticket.
Brought to you by Mastercraft Heating and Cooling. According to Tigers Free Press beat writer Evan Petzold, Eugenio Suarez was seen leaving Comerica Park with Arizona. The Mariners just traded for lefty reliever Caleb Ferguson. Per Athletic insider Ken Rosenthal, he has a 3.74 ERA and 45 appearances. MLB Network's John Paul Morosi says that Justin Verlander is being shopped at the deadline as well on an expiring contract. The Tigers kept the line moving this afternoon with a 7-2 victory over the Diamondbacks. Kerry Carpenter was a big reason why early, as he collected a quick triple and a homer. Jake Rogers busted it open in the sixth with a 2-run shot. Colt Keith also had a 3-for-3 day. New acquisition Chris Paddock logged 6 innings of 1-run ball. Jake Rogers caught him today. He was asked about the deadline. Tigers number 5 prospect Tyrone Lorenzo is absent from AA Erie's lineup today, but MLB.com beat writer Jason Beck says he got the day off with the Tiger knuckleballer prospect on the mound, who has more of a personal catcher. At the Corwell Health Sports Desk, I'm Jeremy Otto. More at 6 or at 971theticket.com.
No way in the world.
It's Riley Green talking about his mustache, and his teammates are touching it as they win games. And to me, that's no big deal. I mean,
You would.
If I was a teammate, why don't you touch his mustache? Big deal.
First of all, if I'm Riley Green, it's like, no, get away from me.
Okay, well, that's a different story, but that's, hey,
but if he's okay with it, you're all right going ahead and touching the mustache.
Yeah, I mean, there are probably a lot less sanitary things in my life that I've probably touched, than somebody's mustache. Yeah. So it's not the worst thing in the world.
David Kenny, right? Are you team mustache or are you team? Nah, I'm not doing that.
Sure, just a mustache.
Okay,
touch it, move on. Let's win games.
Yeah, no big deal. I touch it.
Yeah, it's like guys who will leave the football tunnel, whether Notre Dame, Michigan, they have that. They'll. You think the Howard Rock at Clemson? You think that's sanitary?
No, it's an inanimate object.
Okay.
It's a rock. I'm not. No, just no.
You're not touching the rock?
Oh, I touched the rock. Well, yes.
Well, what's the difference with somebody's mustache?
Because it's a person.
So
no, I'm not. We're teammates. We don't need to be that close. We cool. We not that cool. That's me.
By the way, your favorite football team, Rico, your favorite professional football team, worked out a running back today who I can't believe he's actually still in football.
I saw that.
Amir Abdullah, who seemed like he was drafted by the Lions like 30 years ago, but he's 32 years old.
Yeah, I saw that.
Crazy. Yeah. All right, 248-539-9797. What's your sports superstition? If they started selling Riley Green mustaches, would you purchase one, and would you touch somebody's mustache? Let's go to Bernard. You're on 97.1 The Ticket. What's up in Detroit, Bernard?
Everything is well. I'm in the LA Fitness. I just put the weights down, man. You caught me right on time. You're doing that last set.
Okay.
I got a sports superstition for you. Mine is probably crazy. But every time the Lions have the ball on offense, I have to have remote control in my hand. If I don't have remote control in my hand, they're not going to score or win. On defense, the remote control has got to be laying on the bed or next to me somewhere. Can't be in my hand when the other team is on offense. Don't make no sense, but that's my superstition.
You know what? It's yours. As you say, it doesn't have to make sense. It only has to make sense to you.
Yes. But Bernard, if it meant that your team is winning games, would you touch another man's mustache?
Oh, hell no. Anyway.
Thank you.
You just don't want your team to win bad enough. It's that simple.
I think we'll win anyway. I don't have to touch no other man in no way at all. I heard y'all missing touching the rock. Touching the rock and touching the man are two different things.
Correct. Yes. That's my spirit animal right there.
Let's go to Derek in Plymouth. You're a 97 the ticket.
All right, guys. So I'm an offensive line coach, so squatting, deadlifting, that's all my stuff, right? So my superstition, my firstborn was born 10/27/22. Lions are 35-6 since she was born. So during games, I'm repping squats out for the exact. So we need Jared Goff to play well. It's 16 squats. It's Jahmyr Gibbs. It's 26 squats. I mean, Penei Sewell, let's go 58. I mean, these baby squats. It's the way. I mean, like I said, 35-6 since she was born.
Well, you know what, Derek? Here's the funny thing. You get to take a break now when Jahmyr Gibbs.
Right. He's 0.
He's 0.
Nice.
Changed his number.
Squats, man.
Yeah.
Montgomery will give me my 5 reps, though. That'd be good. That'd be good.
All right. So would you touch another man's mustache?
Dude, I'd touch a dude anywhere to get that W, man. Let's do it, baby.
Yeah, absolutely. It's all about the W. As Jameis Winston says, it's all about eating the W, right? 248-539-9797. Jake, what's up?
Hey, fellas, how you doing?
Hey, Jake.
Hey.
Jake.
Are you familiar with Frazier's Pub in Ann Arbor?
Wait, say that again. You dropped out, Jake.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Said, are you familiar with Frazier's Pub in Ann Arbor?
Yes, I've been there like once, but yes, I've been there.
Well, I went there for the NFC Championship game, and I watched the Lions lose, and I was also there for the fumbled punt against Michigan State, and that is my whatever you want to call it, because I will never watch a game there again.
Okay.
So Jake is just like, nope. No. Hey, you want to go there? No.
No. Because it's the bar's fault. That's all.
Why didn't you realize that after the Michigan State thing? I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
Take so long to figure it out?
So, you know what? Oh, he hung up. I was going to say, so if Margot Robbie said, Jake, meet me at that bar.
Yeah.
Meet me at that bar and you getting lucky tonight.
Yeah.
No.
If she says she will touch your mustache.
Yeah. Oh, that's my...
Roberts.
Yeah. Oh, Vern, good evening. What's up?
So when Michigan stuffed Alabama on 4th down, a couple big games against the Lions, and I'm at home, 4th quarter, we're up, no socks. Like, I have to be shorts whenever I'm chilling, no socks. Something about having the socks and the shoes on, lost some big games that way, so it has to be no socks.
No matter, well, obviously it was the Michigan-Alabama game and was in the wintertime, so you just took your socks off.
I was at home.
Yeah, I figured you were at home. You weren't outside, but yeah.
And touching another man's mustache is a gross violation of man law.
Thank you.
It's just like sitting next to another man in a movie theater, or like not using one urinal over. Like if it's 3 urinals and you use the one in the middle, no, that's a violation of man law. That's like having another man like bring you a dessert at a cookout. No, there are certain man laws that are not.
Wait, and see, and this is medium-sized Vern, right?
Okay, all right. Hold on a second. I get some of the other ones. So if you're at a cookout with Rico, me, Kenny, and David, and you finish your steak and you had a few, things, and all of a sudden somebody was making s'mores, and they decided, you know what? Hey, you want a s'more? If somebody brings you the s'more, you're not going to eat it because it came from
wife. No, the wife can bring it, an aunt, a female cousin, but another guy be like, hey, man, you want me to make you a s'more?
Somebody, your kid can bring it.
Right,
yeah,
your
exactly.
kid, yes.
Yeah, like a kid can bring it. That's just as bad as like, hey, can you bring me a slice of pineapple upside down cake? No, I'm a grown man. Don't ever ask me for dessert in public.
Oh, but wait, suppose you're going on like a guy's trip and you're like cooking out and, you're like camping.
You know what? Let me answer for Vern. You know what you say? It's right over there.
It's right over there. First of all, we're on a guy's trip. Why do we have desserts? There's only meat and sides. Like, it's only like burgers and beans. Who brought dessert on a guy's trip? That's a violation in itself.
Yeah, if you want something, get it yourself.
Burgers,
You're right.
And then you got one guy like, oh, I'm going to bring oatmeal cookies. Man, please leave. Excuse
well, oatmeal
yourself.
Cookies, I agree, but chocolate chip cookies,
that's a ridiculous rule.
I'm there for.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
97 won the ticket.
All right, guys, we have fun on the radio. You want a career in radio? Very simple. Let Specs at LTU get you started on your career path. Maybe you want to go into television. You're a graphics design artist. Let Specs at LTU get you started on either one of those 3 paths. You can either join their broadcast media arts, their digital media arts, or their graphics media arts programs. You're going to be taught by people who work in the business. That means you're not going to get your time wasted. You're going to learn from actual professionals who do what it is that you want to do, and you'll learn it from day one in the lab. It's very simple. Let Specs at LTU get you started on that path. 1-800-CALL-LTU is the number you want to call. 1-800-CALL-LTU, and you make an appointment with an admissions counselor, and you get set up for the classes, because classes they're filling up. They're starting in the fall right here in Southfield on the campus of Lawrence Tech. 1-800-CALL-LTU. Do that today and make an appointment with an admissions counselor and get your career started.
Two 248-539-9797. Jeff Rieger will take over the airwaves coming up in about 10 minutes. I'm sure he would touch Riley Green's mustache, as would I. Rico wouldn't.
I'm the only one apparently who would not.
Yes. All right, let me ask
I guess I don't want the W that bad.
Let me ask you this. If Jonathan Smith had a mustache, would you touch the mustache if it guaranteed he beats Michigan?
No.
Really?
I've seen Michigan State lose to Michigan enough times. What's one more?
No, I said if it guaranteed. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, what's one more loss?
Yeah, but it's the win. You're guaranteeing the win.
I'm good. Or play better on the field.
Okay. I'm kind of disappointed in you, actually. I figured,
I think I'm leaning more your direction now. It sounds crazy now that I said it.
Yes.
That I would touch this guy's mustache.
Hey, Coach Smith, come here.
Yeah, we're not asking you to caress it, go back and forth. You just touch it and leave. It's like it's,
Okay, first
something on the wall. He's standing there.
See, I don't even see why you would do that because people are nasty. I don't want. No.
I can see it more in hockey where you have the guy with the mustache. He's hanging out there, and as the team skates onto the ice, they all one by one touch the guy's mustache.
You know what? Hand sanitizer first. There you go. Yeah.
Okay. So
Okay, well then come in here and touch Kenny's mustache then, Stoney.
Okay. I'll touch it. I don't care.
I just not.
Maybe tomorrow when we have a video, we'll plan. Scott, you're on 97.1 The Ticket. Scott.
Oh, hey, what up, man?
What's up?
Yo, so when I was in Afghanistan, I had a close call one day. And I listened to Drop the World by Lil Wayne and Eminem twice that day. And ever since then, I had to listen to that song twice before every patrol. And then I changed my camis out every night the same exact way. So
that's your superstition. Okay.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Thanks for your service. Had nothing to do with sports, but that's okay. Gary in Royal Oak here, 97.1 The Ticket.
Yeah, I'd like to know where we draw the line on touching. Would you rub a guy's bald head for good luck?
Yes.
I think I've heard of that before.
Yes.
Gary, I thought I was going to hit the dump button for
I
a
know.
second.
Yeah. Yes, I would. If it guaranteed my team would win, yes, I would touch somebody's bald head.
Okay.
Rico, you still no.
No.
You guys want to touch my head?
If I get guaranteed.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
If there you go. There you go. If you go off well.
I touched your head.
If you
Big
go
deal.
off well at our station outing, there you go.
Yeah, exactly.
I just gave you good luck.
Thank you.
David's got it close to a bald head. Touch his head.
I would touch his head. Who cares? It doesn't mean anything.
How you guys doing?
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'm doing good. So.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for the call. 248-539-97. 97 is the telephone number.
First day in radio.
Anyway, what's going on, guys?
Wait a second. He just put up the microphone and you just lowered it right after he
I'm sorry. There you go. Is that better? I apologize. It makes you to have good posture. So I was in yesterday with the Riley Green stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And
It was good stuff.
yeah, it was funny. He was hysterical, but at one point at the very end of the conversation, I went to him. I'm like, Riley, I just got to know, where are guys touching your mustache? Are they touching it here? And I touched my mustache. Yeah. But if you listen to the quote, it sounds like I'm touching Riley's mustache, which I'm not. Right. And then Jemai Jones, who was standing in his locker, he's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? This is an inappropriate conversation for a baseball clubhouse.
Yeah, well, that's
funny stuff.
It's Riley Green's fault that if it.
Well, he can't shave it now. They're 4-0 with the stash.
Exactly. It's certainly.
He says it's a bad look, but he's got to keep it.
Yeah, I mean, it's better than the damn rally goose.
Yeah, I wouldn't be touching it.
No. You want to touch my stash?
I know who would. Christian Wilkins.
Yeah. Well, he'd kiss it.
No. To answer
Brad
your question,
Marchand, I'm sure would.
Yes.
Rieger, no.
He licks people.
Well, you know who wouldn't let you do it?
You know what?
Adrian Beltre.
Oh, yeah. That he would.
I would be kicked
Actually,
out.
he would not.
I would have had a 50-game suspension. I would have beat the brakes off of him.
Marchand.
The brakes. I
would
have beat him with a skate. That's how bad
I
angry I would be.
Cup, so he's happy.
I'm just saying. I would. Yeah. Like, why did he get suspended? He licked me. That's why.
Oh.
Anyway.
Lord. All right. So, what do we make of this baseball team? Is it just something in between what we saw the last 4 games and what we saw the previous 12?
Well, I was going to say that congratulations, they swept a really bad baseball team, but considering a week ago they got swept by a really bad baseball team, I think it counts for something.
Correct.
They're playing better baseball. The Chris Paddock move, at least for one outing, was good. But I'm going to talk about something that isn't so much about that and is everything about the trade deadline. Because, guys, Stoney, Rico, David, Kenny, we've lost our way. These fans have lost their way. What I've seen on social media today, when you even bring up to go out and trade for somebody that can help this team win a World Series, the fan base is doing the job for the time. If Scott Harris doesn't do anything, and I heard you guys talking that both David and Rico doesn't think he might do much, if he doesn't do anything, there's going to be no outrage.
Oh, they'll be outraged.
Because these fans are allowing there to be no outrage.
But how are you outraged when you are running away with the division?
Because
when you pretty much have
Rico,
a spot in the playoffs solidified,
you want to
how
win a
are you
World
outraged?
Series. The goal is to win a World Series. So if you got to give up a bunch of prospects that you're not going to hear from for 5 years, who the hell cares?
Okay, you can't win the World Series so you get in the playoffs, and right now it looks like you're in the playoffs. So you cannot be outraged.
So then people shouldn't have been outraged when the Lions didn't get Chase Young and he threw a chair. Right.
There you go. Why? Exactly. They were already in the playoffs. But Mike threw a chair.
No,
and
they weren't in the
agreed with
playoffs that year. That wasn't last year where they were 15-2. That year they were still
that was
they were still trying to become that
That was the
team.
year they went to the NFC title game.
Right. They weren't the number one overall seed. It
doesn't matter. They made the playoffs. You knew they were going to
to
make the playoffs.
You pretty much knew you thought they'd make the playoffs. Look,
they won 12 games. They're going to make the playoffs.
They're going to do something. Whether it's going to be a big time reliever, considering the price some of these teams are paying are really high.
No, it's unforgivable if you don't do anything.
Yes.
It's absolutely unforgivable, and I don't think if you're Scott Harris, you get past it. Now, eventually, I think fans will come over to the realization that, wow, you had the best team in baseball, one of them, and you decided to do nothing. Go look at the Diamondbacks. They're a garbage baseball team. They were in the World Series 2 years ago.
Pace yourself. Are you on for 4 hours?
No, yes.
Okay.
I'm going to burn out within the first 20 minutes.
Pace yourself because
we've lost our way.
I stopped caring 2 minutes ago. 97.1.
I don't care about you.